Hello my fellow travelers, today I will show you the Turkish Airlines Miles&Smiles lounge at the new airport in Istanbul in Turkey. It is quite literally a carbon copy of the linked lounge that I showed you a couple months ago from Turkish Airlines for the business class passengers as well as the then Star Alliance Gold Card members. Since November 2019 now, there is a new lounge, which you can see here on the screens, has its own special name, Miles&Smiles, the Miles and More program from Turkish Airlines, which is also the new lounge for all Star Alliance Gold members. So if you want to get into the lounge that I will link for you in the description as well as in the top right corner, if you click on the info card, which is the Turkish Airlines Business Lounge, you will need to have a Turkish Airlines business ticket. So the old trick of having a relatively cheap Lufthansa business class ticket in order to get into the nice Turkish Airlines lounge does no longer work, which bumped me out at first until I entered the Miles&Smiles lounge, which is also the same lounge for the Turkish Airlines Corporate Club, which I will make a different video on in the future. So I was bummed out at first, but honestly, it's exactly the same lounge. The layout is the same, the food options are exactly the same. We looked at both lounges and we could not see a difference, except for the Miles&Smiles lounge being newer since its opening, but with basically everything at Istanbul Airport. Even here you already have your broken floor tiles, your non-functioning electronic sockets at the chairs, and some not so oftenly cleaned areas around the buffets and the seating area. So yeah, if you can live with a little bit of a rustic chic, then this is definitely a nice lounge to go to. You have the same tea options as in the business class lounge, the same whiskey and wine options, and yeah, it's in fact a very similar lounge. The only difference that I could spot was that they have a different setup for their little electric car game area, as well as a different area for the children to play in with a little bit of a variety of planes and cushioning. So you can see that they took some of the feedback from the business class lounge and introduced it into the Miles&Smiles lounge, which again might be a bit unfair for the business class passengers in that regard. Yeah, drink options, always the same: raspberry, lemon juice. You got your Turkish baklava. You got a variety of whiskeys, a lot of red and white wines. Food options, all freshly made. The salads are exchanged regularly. And yeah, overall a very decent lounge, probably one of the best going towards the east. Definitely way above anything you can see in North and Central America, which is a quite shameful display if you remember the videos from Mexico that I presented to you 1 or 2 months ago. But as you can see, very orderly buffet, staff is regularly cleaning it, and yeah, overall decent lounge. Now I will show you one thing that the business class lounge does not have, and that is a cinema. So where the business class lounge has individual sleeping pods, which also exist in this lounge, but fewer of them, the Miles&Smiles lounge has a cinema and a popcorn machine with actually pretty nice popcorn. So yeah, even if you are a business traveler but you just want to relax in a nice reclining cinema chair with some popcorn, come over to the Miles&Smiles lounge, because they have it, and in the business class we don't. So yeah, basically the difference is you have fewer working areas. I think I saw only 2 or 3 of the conference rooms that I showed you in the video about the business lounge. So you have fewer consulting and conference rooms, you have fewer of the sleeping pods. You also have access to the Turkish Airlines private suites at the end, where I showed you the laptop and the computers. This is where you can also enter the private suite area. So in every regard, when it comes to food, comfort, setup, layout even, it's exactly the same as the business class lounge, just with a cinema instead of the additional meeting rooms and sleeping pods. So take your pick. baklava stations, fruit stations, cake stations, all you want. And now in the back you can see the difference in the kids area. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take a glance at the kids area, and yeah, another difference is also that here you have those cafe type chairs, which look very much like a French Paris cafe on the street, whereas in the business lounge you have sofas there. But yeah, a few sofas more or less, a different colored plane, and popcorn machines instead of conference rooms. Take your pick. They're both right next to each other in the center of the departure terminal, and I hope to see you in the air soon. Goodbye.